So hi everybody and welcome to Tel Aviv University, the Faculty of Social Sciences. We are really happy to have you with us. I'll just switch to speaker view so you can see me better. No, it's not working. Okay, so we'll do it this way. Okay, we have a really busy day for you today, day saying a little more than an hour. We'll be presenting the 5 programs we offer in social sciences for international students. I'll begin by introducing myself. My name is Ayelet Fishman. I am the Administrative Director of the International Graduate School of Social Sciences, which is a fancy name to say all international issues in the faculty. And we have 5 international programs, MA programs. All of our programs are 3 semesters, 1 year long, taught in English, and are perfectly suited to prepare you better for the future of your choice in the career path you're going to choose. I'll begin by saying that Tel Aviv is a completely safe place. It's a really big and vibrant campus. We have about 30,000 students. We have about 1,000 students or more from all over the world, learning in about 20 programs for international students. We offer all kinds of special courses, which we'll tell you more about in the future. But just to give you a little taste, we have courses which are co-taught with partners from around the world. We have field trips, we have academic courses, of course, we have a really lively student community, and the Tel Aviv campus is a really fun place to be. Not to mention Tel Aviv as a city, which you can see behind me. It's a really cool place to live. Some things that I want to mention about points which are common to all programs. So as to application requirements, you have to have a GPA of at least 80 in your BA degree. There are no specific BAs that we need for a specific program, meaning you could study basically anything in your BA. You have to have an English level of B1, except for the fact if you're a native speaker or your BA was in an English-speaking environment.
Me too.
We offer quite a lot of scholarships in different venues. I'm not going to elaborate too much about it, but just you need to know that it's optional. We have currently 2 collaborative programs with leading universities in Europe, meaning you can study for 1 year here and 1 year abroad and get 2 MA degrees at the end of the day. These are just points. We'll elaborate more later on. All the programs offer a thesis option, meaning the basic program is 3 semesters long without a thesis, and you can stay with us for another year and write your thesis if you want to explore a more academic venue. We do offer dorms on campus, but naturally it's a limited resource, so you have to be confirmed and accepted by March 31st to ensure your place in the dorms. And later it's just on an open spot basis. Let me see if I forgot anything. No, I don't think so. So the first one to present will be Corey Gill-Schuster. He's the coordinator for the Conflict Resolution and Mediation Program. Corey, the floor is yours.
Hi, everybody. Your turn to admit people. Hi, everybody. I'm the coordinator for the MA in Conflict Resolution. I'll start this off by playing our video. Just give me a second. Share sound and optimize for video. Perfect. Okay, I'm going to play this now.
Aviv University is one of the top research institutes in Israel.
One of the most fascinating places in terms of conflict management, where you can relate practice and theory at the same time.
Tel Aviv is in the heart of Middle East, so it has a lot of character and culture to it, and you genuinely get to study from all the different sides.
You'll study from world-renowned practitioners and scholars in the field.
I really enjoy that I get the opportunity not to just approach things from a theoretical perspective. I also get to learn to apply them practically.
People come from all over the world. That means that everybody brings their own knowledge and their own background into the class.
We have people from diplomacy backgrounds, legal backgrounds, backgrounds in literature and the arts, and it makes for a really fascinating group of people to learn about this conflict with.
To learn to analyze a conflict from a variety of standpoints, be it international law, international relations, political science, negotiations, religion.
The lecturers have not only experience in teaching and researching about conflict, but also in practicing. I think that's what makes the whole difference.
Religious approaches to conflict, political approaches to conflict. You also have experiences in international law.
Negotiation skills, because it reshaped the way I thought of how to negotiate with other people, especially if they come from different cultural backgrounds.
So the course has a strong component of connecting theory and practice, and thus the students are equipped with the necessary skills to analyze problems and also to bring change in society.
Well, if you want to learn conflict resolution, Israel's the best place to do it.
Okay, so that was our video.
I'm Jaggard, content creator.
Oh, sorry, let me shut this up.
Checks my phone bill.
I hate YouTube. Okay, even though I work for them. Okay, so conflict resolution is obviously about understanding why there are conflicts around the world. It's about understanding conflicts from a variety of different perspectives, from psychology, sociology, economics, law, religion, culture. In the first semester, you have a course in each of those, so you don't have to be an expert on social psychology or on international relations to begin with. And we teach you the basics of how to understand subject matter from an international, from a conflict resolution perspective. In the second and third semester are a series of courses which are more interdisciplinary. They mix all of those together in different ways. So they might have a course on leadership in conflict, environment in conflict, the NGO world in conflict, different ways of understanding why there are conflicts around the world between different groups, and then hopefully how to solve them. The solving part is always the tricky part. One of the things that our program is known for, and is different than a lot of other programs in conflict resolution around the world, is that we put a lot of emphasis on skills development in negotiations and mediation and facilitation. You will have a course in a mediation workshop, which is a 2-week course in which you receive a certificate on international mediation. And we really try to provide as much experiential knowledge as possible. Almost all of our lecturers work in the field, and they bring their experiences with them to the classroom. In addition, I would say that people get a lot out of this program. It doesn't matter if you come from the arts world or business or international relations or social or political science. You get a lot out of it, and you learn a lot in the areas of conflict resolution and mediation. And then you go on to work in such places as the NGO world, government, and the private sector. I'd say those are the highlights of the program.
Okay, Corey, are you done? Okay, good.
We'll have questions after. I'm sure there'll be questions.
Okay, so that was short and sweet. So thank you very much. As we have a new coordinator for the cyber program, which is Rachel, please wave your hand so we can all see you. I'll be presenting the program really shortly. And let's begin with the program video. Just a second, please. The head of the program is the Professor Evyatar Matania, and I will share the video in a second. Okay. Bear with me, please. It's not working. I don't know why. I'm really sorry, but the video does not seem to be playing. So I'll do another thing.
Are you sharing the video?
Yes, I'm trying to, and I'm not.
And did you share for video on the side? There's like a little.
Yes, I know, but I can't do it. I'm sorry. Just a second, please. I have a problem with my computer. I'm sorry. I'll just say that the program is headed by Professor Evyatar Matania, who just basically started the Cyber Ventures of Israel together with Professor Itzik Ben Israel. The program is a really hands-on program in the way that it gives you both an academic and a practical view. I should mention that there is no need to be a tech person or a code writer or anything, meaning the program is designed for people who want to study the policy behind cyber. Can you see this? Yes, you can see it now, I presume. We have, just a second. Yes. We have a 36 credit program, which is true for all our MA programs, 24 electives and 12 mandatory. We study about the cyber ecosystem in Israel. We study about elections, about the cyber international system, and the age of technology. These are the mandatory courses. The electives are really varied. You can take electives from this program or from other international programs in this faculty or around campus. And the idea behind the program is to prepare you for understanding the world that we live in better in the context of the cyber and policy. And you can find your way into global firms, into the public sector and any relevant other field. We have with us Alon Breckman, who is a graduate of the program, and I can just stop share for a second. And Alon, the floor is yours.
Thank you. So I was basically a student in this program for 2 years. I did both the courses, both the year of the master's, and I also did a thesis with Professor Evyatar Matania. I can highly recommend the program. I think it's an excellent program that has a lot of benefits from the fact that basically it teaches you about an area that is at the forefront of development right now, the cyber arena. And it teaches it not from a technical viewpoint, as Elliot mentioned, but from a social political viewpoint, basically giving you an idea of how the new cyber domain, how the new AI technologies are affecting everything from society, economics, politics, geopolitics. The lecturers, the professors who are teaching in the courses are excellent. They give a lot of time for in-depth discussions in the classroom about the issues, And I think the one of the great advantages of the program is that it really encompasses students from across the world, which also gives from both across the world and from different professional disciplinaries. So you will have people who will come from the industry, you will have people who come from national security realm, from the government, from the public sector. And this will basically give you a holistic view of the cyber domain from all its perspectives. One of the great benefits of the program is not just the material taught, but the discussion in the classroom, which is very enriching and really provides you a wide breadth of viewpoints on these issues, both in terms of fields and in terms of geography, because I had students from Japan, Asia, the United States, Canada. So in both of these terms, you get a really comprehensive viewpoint. So I couldn't recommend this program more strongly.
Thank you so much, Alon. And I'll try one more time to share the video. If it's not working, it's not working, but I think it's worthwhile. So just a second. Yes.
It might be working.
I'm Professor Evyatar Matania. In 2018, I was nominated as a full professor here in Tel Aviv University. And one of the most important things that I did is to establish the new, very unique program, the Cyber Politics and Government MA program. What is unique in the program is that the teachers and the students learn together. And it is very important in our program because we study new issues where we find only very few articles, papers, and books about. It combines Israeli students with international ones. It's a hybrid program. And the cetogenic class is very interesting for all the students. Second, we bring not just theorists, but also people with hands on the job. The top executives in Israel in the area of cyber technology in Israel is known to be one of the leaders in these fields. And Tel Aviv University is one of the hubs of that created and established the policies and the strategies of how Israel built its ecosystems of cyber, how Israel succeeded to build the National Cyber Directorate, how the government approached the whole issue. Tel Aviv University and its professor were the heart and the core of the thoughts about this and the ideas. And this is the right place to learn about cyber technology and policies.
Okay, so thanks, Evyatar. And we're moving on. Our next program is the Security and Diplomacy programs, one of our oldest programs and more successful ones. And I give the floor to Anat Levy, the program director. Just Anat, let me know if you want me to play the video or you're doing it yourself.
No, I've already put it, so I will share the AI podcast I created about the program because it's really touching in a lot of things that I'm going to talk about, and just if you wanted to hear it in a very clever and technological way, you can do that via the AI podcast I created. I want to share the screen right now. Everyone can see me. Can see the shirt. You guys can see what I'm sharing?
No, just you.
Just me. I'll try to share it again. Oh, okay. Yeah, I didn't use the share screen. All righty. Share. Okay. So I'll take you through the way the program takes action and being played when you're a student here. It's composed of 3 semesters. The first 2 semesters are full semesters that each of the classes meet once a week. What we did in our program, we started all classes at 1:15, as you can see here. This is something from a couple of years ago, but it's pretty much the same built every year. We allow you guys the mornings for learning a language, maybe using the time for internships. So most weeks you will study 4 days a week, starting at 1:15, ending sometimes at 4 in the afternoon and sometimes at 7. In the summer, it's a bit different. Each class will meet a couple of times a week, and we end the entire degree with maybe the highlight of the program, which actually takes and combines everything you learned throughout the year into a week of simulation. We have a simulation expert who will bring in front of the students a question to be resolved. And what the students do is they actually get to implement everything they studied, including negotiation skills. I think they studied about diplomacy, how things work, the connection, the important connection between how strong a country is militarily and its place in diplomacy. So how the two areas of security and diplomacy actually meet and actually feed into each other. And of course, Israel is the place in the world to do that. We have a whole bunch of field trips, which most of our programs do have field trips. We will take you to an Air Force base. We take you to areas where we can see the proximity and the terrain and how close everything in Israel is actually. And if you think about, the areas as being far and away, no, it's very, very close. It's sometimes a few minutes away between Israeli territory and Palestinian. So this is actually our students from a couple of years ago visiting in Jerusalem. This is the Gaza Strip. You can see the wall here that was very optimistic about peace, and we'll of course touch on that in the program. I'm just gonna follow a little bit down here and show you the northern part of Israel. This is actually wreckage from 1982, and what we'll do is we'll actually stand there in the Lebanese and Syrian border and be able to see the challenges we're facing. This is a visit to a kibbutz in the north. We feed you guys. During the simulation, we order food, and as you can see, everyone is really nicely dressed and has a role as a head of a country or a foreign minister, and all the students will sit together until they come up. Oh, you can see here the British prime minister, the two prime ministers ago. But yeah, everyone gets a title and everyone is actually pledging for their country, and hopefully we can get some treatment sign. And this is how it looks once you're done with the year. We have a graduation ceremony, and if you have any questions, I'll answer them later.
Thank you so much, Anat. Just stop the share, please. Great, thank you. Okay, so we're moving on to our newest member of the family, social and policy aspects of climate change, and Meital Ganigar is the program coordinator. The floor is yours.
Hi everyone. So I'll start with a short film too. Just a second. No.
If you want me to play the program video, just let me know.
Here it is.
Tel Aviv University's new master's program in social and policy aspects of climate change combines cutting-edge research of social aspects of the climate crisis with innovative, stimulating teaching. We engage with important climate dilemmas, seeking sophisticated policy solutions critical to the future. 3 semesters with the best climate researchers, lecturers, and mentors will give you useful skills for a rapidly transforming job market and prepare you for the next level of academic research. Our commitment to active learning, hands-on, problem-solving approach, and wide range of connections can facilitate your access to key players in the climate field.
What used to be regarded as a physical problem that has to do with the composition of the atmosphere is now understood everywhere as a deep socio and cultural and economic challenge of our time.
Join to make a difference.
Okay, just a second, please. So, the MA in social and policy aspects of climate change, as you can understand from the title, is not about any scientific sides of the situation, but what we care about is how does this crisis affect us as individuals, as societies. It's one of the only programs that the focus is exactly on these issues. We're talking about various issues: climate justice, health impact, food and water security, and so on. The focus on these issues addresses a real need in academia, but also government, civil societies, industrial and financial institutions seeking such professionals. Another attribute of our program is that we have our instructors are world-class team of professionals. These people have unique background in climate change policy and activism, like former member of Knesset, Dr. Dov Hanin, who is the chair of Israel's Climate Forum, Professor Alon Tal, Professor Colin Price, and of course the head of the program, Professor Dan Rabinovich, who is the former head of Porter School of Environmental Studies here in Tel Aviv University, and also served as chairman of various organizations like Greenpeace Mediterranean, Life and Environment, and so on. As Ayelet said, we have 2 tracks. I won't talk about it again, just to let you know that initially you get accepted to the study track, and then after the first semester, if you want to and your grades are good enough, you can ask to go on to the research track. A word about our practicum seminar. As part of the practicum, each student will be assigned an internship with government, civil society, industrial or financial organization, and will be working there for a few hours a week to get to know the field, not just learn academically about these issues, but really see how it is in real life. Afterwards, every student writes a final report about it. I won't be too long about the practicum because I want to invite Michal Levit. Michal is a student in our program. She already took most of her courses, all of them, but she's now writing a thesis. And she's also a teaching assistant to Dr. Dov Hanin with the practicum. So she'll be able to tell you about the practicum and the program, both from the perspective of a student and the perspective of the academic team in this course.
So Meital, just stop your share, please, if you're giving the floor to Michal. Yes. Great.
Actually, the share was nice. But hi, nice to meet you all. Yeah, you can share because I can use it. Nice to meet you all. My name is Michal. Yeah, Meital presented me. And I'm going to talk to you a little bit about, first of all, I'm writing my thesis now. But I think what's interesting for me about this program was not only the diversity of the courses that this program is proposing, but also the diversity of students. So, for instance, I'm coming from food studies, gastronomy, and I'm writing my thesis about gastronomy and about food waste in restaurants in Israel. But with me are studying a variety of students from different fields. So people are writing their thesis about energy and about green construction. Someone is writing about cows growing in the Golan Heights, and another person is writing about fashion. Yeah. So it's like really, really diverse, and it's really interesting to get to know the social and policy aspects from the angles, like so many angles, people coming from architecture, etc. So the practicum, I think, is the heart of this program, because it is gave us the chance to actually practice in what we're studying. So, for instance, I was working with an organization called the Israeli Forum for Sustainable Nutrition. And with them, what I did was, with their guidance, I wrote an article about true cost of food, which was published a month ago after a long time of working. But as a teaching assistant for Dr. Dov Hanin, and at the current year, there are a variety of organizations that the students are working with. For example, Greenpeace, Heschel Center, of course, the Israeli Climate Forum that Dov is the head of, and even a nice initiative called Radical House, which the students is helping with organizing events for the public. So it's really, as you can see, it moves between many different fields. And yeah, I really highly recommend this program. I enjoyed it, and I still am. And I think it's important to talk about climate in not only about the climate science, but actually what the society and the policy are gaining from dealing with this huge problem. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Michal. Thank you so much. If you could stay a little longer with us, so for the Q&A part, it would be great.
Sure.
And thank you, Michal. We're moving on to our last program of today, the Sustainable Development Program. And I will start with a short video, and then I will give the floor to Anna. So just a second.
Thanks, Helen.
Just a second. Let me see that I'm sharing the right thing. Just a second, please. I have too many open windows, so. Okay. So.
This solution.
Okay. Okay.
Achieving sustainable development is the most difficult and most important challenge of our generation.
We believe that in order to achieve change, we need to train leaders.
Train people who will make real contributions to overcoming this challenge. And that starts from day one in the program.
Projects and theses combine both engineering and social sciences in order to solve the most complex issues that humanity needs to face.
As an engineer, I was always taught to think of the best technological solution for a problem. So my biggest benefit from the program is realizing that the human and social factors always take part.
The project attempts to bridge the Israeli ecosystem and innovation to these places that need these solutions the most.
We take the students to work with us on real projects that we run with top international partners.
My time in India was an amazing opportunity to leave the classroom and to see the practical realities of sustainable development in the field.
I like that I can begin a project and end a project, and that I'm actually creating action towards development. I'm enjoying the opportunity to meet the top professionals in the field in Israel, to learn from some of the best.
This is very exciting because we really have the ability to see how we can take things we've learned about, conducted research, and see the way it can come into life.
If you have a heart which is passionate about sustainable development, a mind which likes analytical thinking, and a character to work hard, to take initiative and leadership of real projects, then this is the right program for you.
Wow, I would like to join the program myself. Okay.
You're welcome. You are more than welcome, Ayelet.
Thank you. So Anna, the floor is yours.
Thank you very much. Hi, everyone. My name is Anna. I'm the coordinator of the EMA program in sustainable development. First of all, I would like to thank you all for joining this info session for all our international and hybrid programs, and for choosing Tel Aviv as an option. Tel Aviv University is an option. It's very nice. As Ayelet has already mentioned, the program is a one-year program taught in English. Specifically, our program specifically is a hybrid one. That means that we have both Israeli and international students. One of the distinctive features that makes the program unique and unlike other programs on the faculty and in the university as a whole, that our students have a chance to combine all the knowledge they gain during the first 2 semesters with the practical field work that will take place during the summer of the 3rd semester. All the mandatory and elective courses for the program are concentrated in the single weekday. This year it's Wednesday. And during the semester break in February, it usually is usually in February, they continue their activity and learning. For example, they take the field trips or they visit relevant sites in Israel, or for example, they can join the Arava seminar that takes place usually in April. During the 3rd semester, and it's the most interesting part, our students have the intense field work in sites either in Israel or abroad, in Asia or in Africa, for example, where Tel Aviv University is working with the local partners. All of the applicants who are interested in the program are more than welcome to visit the website of the Nitzan Lab, which is run by one of our professors, Professor Ram Fishman. And there you can see the full list of our projects, which our students are involved in. I will send this link, or if you have one, you're welcome to share it. As Ayelet has already mentioned as well, we have the same requirements as all of our MA programs, but I will pay your attention to the fact that we also conduct the personal interviews with all our applicants after reviewing and considering their documents. And all the required documents are to be submitted in our international online portal, where you can open your account, you can apply for any program you like, and to see there the full list of the required documents. If you have questions, of course, you're welcome to contact me by email, or we can either have a conversation, a phone conversation, or to talk on Zoom to discuss all the details, and I will be more than happy to share all the information. Thanks.
Okay. Thank you so much, Anna. I will put
Thank
some
you.
links in the chat in a minute. I already put the link to all of our programs, and I will do it again, and addition it to our registration portal and to another thing which is important to everybody, but I think we just arrived the Q&A section. So we have quite a lot of people here. So please, if you want to ask something, raise your hand and tell us who are you asking. I will just say briefly, if you didn't see the answers on the chat, I see that there were 3 issues that were raised. The first one was the tuition for the thesis year. It's an extra year, but it costs lower. It's cost much less than a regular year. I don't remember the exact sum. We can find that out later. The second question was about networking. It's really, really important, and thank you for the person who asked this. We do encourage you when you become a TAU student, not just to stay in your little bubble, in your little program, but to interact with students from other programs as well. And with Israeli students, we organize all kinds of activities to enable you to do so. And another question was about the internships, where, well, every program is different in that way, so you can learn more about it via our programs pages. So we're open for questions. Please just raise your hand and say what you want to ask and who is your question directed to. We have a lot of turned off cameras, so I can't see your faces and I can't see your hands. I'll just put the links I mentioned in the chat for a second, and then we'll go on from there. Maybe we can just ask briefly our coordinators to tell us about the internships in your individual programs. I'm just muting myself for a second. Corey, can you start?
Yeah, I can do it. No problem. Sorry, I'm trying not to cough. Okay. So each program is a little bit different. In conflict resolution and mediation, we have a practicum course, which means we assign you with a local NGO in the second semester for 120 hours, which translates to about 1 full day a week. Our students are split between taking the course for credit because they really want to learn about the NGO world, and others who are just more interested in one specific, maybe even not an NGO, one specific volunteer or internship opportunity, and they do that on their own. So we do help our students find internships. At least on our website, we have a list of organizations we've dealt with. But again, each program is a little bit different. So if other programs want to mention what they do.
I'm happy to continue and tell you a little bit about our internships. You see me, guys? We recommend, for us, it's not a mandatory course. It's just if anyone feels like they want to experience one field or another, we help them find their direction. So some of our students actually work as analytical security analysts in a security company. It's one of the biggest in the world. It's called Max Security. Traditionally, every year we have quite a few students who work there. Some students prefer to do research while they're here, so we assign them with different professors if they need help in one thing or another. The INSS, which is also a think tank that is adjacent to the university, also is a place where many of our students contribute there. They contribute actually to the research part of things. Some of our students actually try to work as entry-level diplomats in all kinds of embassies here. We had a student last year who worked the entire year for his own embassy, and it was really nice to see how he was able to actually grow into his role through the education he received in our program. So any private initiative is good. What I do recommend for students who are interested in security and diplomacy is go on our website, and I have a LinkedIn account there that is for many of our alumni, and that would give you a good way of checking where they are right now once they graduated. So you can do that on their website.
Thank you so much, Anat. Anybody else?
Yes,
Or
please.
just questions from the...
Yes, please.
Yes.
Just a few words about our practicum. It's an annual course, so it's both semester, the first and second semester. And there are a few meetings in class where they teach about how to make students get ready to go out there. And also during the second semester, there are a few meetings in class besides the internships themselves, to work on what each of the students is doing and to share information and so on. So it's a mandatory full year course, and we do assign you to the organizations. Thanks.
Thank you so much, Meital. Questions from any of our participants?
Hi, I have a question, if I may.
Hi.
Yeah, I wanted to ask you, actually, I think that would be a question addressed to Anat. You said the GPA requirement is 80 points. My GPA, coming from my bachelor degree, is around 74. Is that still applicable to apply for a master's degree?
Anat, you're muted.
Sorry. 74 is not going to cut it. And I don't say it because I am sure that people, they grow in their academic journey as well. And what we do in our BA is not always reflective of how capable we are academically, but it's a very intense program, and it's not an easy one. And we're very proud to say that 99% of our students actually graduate successfully, and we like to keep it that way. So unfortunately, you have to be at 80. We usually, even 80 for us is a bit low. So sorry about that.
Let me also add that I'm not sure how you're assessing your own grade, because sometimes a percentage in a different country might not be equivalent to Israel. So it might be a good idea to open an application anyways and have your transcripts evaluated just to be sure.
Right.
Because I've had surprises. If you came from a different country where I thought a GPA was low, and it turns out it's not quite as low as, because we have everything assessed by our registrar's office. So I would advise doing that.
All right. Thank you.
Hi, sorry, I realized I don't have my hand raised.
Just a second, please. I'm just asking Meital if you can please write your email on the chat, because someone wants to contact you directly. So yes, who am I interrupting? Melissa.
Thank you. Sorry about that. My name is Melissa Epstein. I'm currently based in New York. One question I have specifically for Anat, but also the wider group as well, from the presentations today and looking online at the various programs, I can see, and I've heard, student backgrounds coming into the various programs, as well as where alumni have gone on to work afterwards. One question I have is, what is the composition like for student body for the student body in terms of where they are in their career. Just I know from other schools there's discussion about age and work experience, so I'm just curious to learn more about that. Thank you.
So the class size in our program is usually at around 40, 45. We had years that were bigger, some smaller. So it's quite a diverse population. Of course, you have to come here with a BA, but many of our students actually have some experience in the fields. And they come from different disciplines. So we have lawyers coming in, we have writers who want to kind of enhance their ability into journalism and maybe with the emphasis on the Middle East. We have military people who come from that background, but we really do have a whole bunch of people who are just very interested in security and diplomacy in general, because we're all, are exposed to things that are happening in the world all the time. And I'm a graduate of the program, and I can tell you that, I will never look at the news with the same eyes again. So it made such a difference in the way I view the world, and I view the news, and I view all kinds of speeches, from leaders in the world, because you do get the ability to sense what is being said, which is very important, and also what's being avoided, and things of that matter. So I didn't just say it. I think that if you go on my LinkedIn, and I'll be happy to befriend you there, you will be able to see our alumni. And rather than me telling you, you'll really be able to see where they stand. Some of them work for the EU, some of them work for the UN, for different organizations, and many of them are becoming security analysts. So it's a huge variety. Lawyers who come to study with us, sometimes before they go to law school, sometimes after, are those who are interested in international law many times, and that's kind of enhances their abilities. So yeah, hopefully I covered it all.
Thank you, Anat. Any other person wants to ask anything? Anna, you wanted to say something?
Hi.
Hi, Bernard.
Yes, thank you for this important session. So I have a question to Annette. It's about the double accreditation, if I'm not wrong. She said the university has partnership with some universities in Europe. So my question is, she said it would take 2 years. Does that include the thesis, if I'm interested in taking the thesis? And
I think
my interest is
you have
security.
applied to us, Bernard, haven't you, in the past? I remember your name.
Yeah. Thanks.
Yeah, I think we've spoken before. Yeah.
Yeah. Then secondly, just last one, if you don't mind. How are for the MA programs, how are the examinations? Are they practical or it's cumulative? Yes, I'll appreciate if there could be clarification to that. Thanks so much.
Would you like me to answer?
I think I can answer it. Thank you, Anat. I'm not sure I understood the question correctly, but our exams are written exams. In some courses, there are papers and not exams. We do not discriminate anybody ever for any reason, for race, color, gender, whatever. So it's a non-issue for us. I do want to say that if a student has some kind of learning disability, this is addressed, and you send us all the necessary paperwork. You can get an extension of time. You can get the necessary adaptations to assist you to perform as best as you can. I hope it answered your questions. Any further questions before we call it a day? Yes, Anna.
Ayelet, I would like to say some words. I saw the question in the chat. Some of the applicants asked the question about the scholarships and the financial aid for the newcomers to Israel for Olim Hadashim. And I think that it's important to raise it. All the new applicants who are the newcomers to Israel, that they have the right for the financial aid from the Ministry of Absorption. In Hebrew, it's Misrad HaKlita. You need to contact your coordinator there and to ask to provide all the information, because you have the right. You have the right for the full scholarship and the financial aid from there. That it will cover all the scholarship from there, will cover all the tuition fees for the MA program.
Thank you so much, Anna. Someone asked if all the links will be shared via email. Yes, I think we have all your emails if you registered for this session, and you will receive the recording of the session as well as all the important links. And you are always welcome to write directly to me or to any one of our group. Yes, there is a question about an in-person meeting with Corey. I think it's optional, of course.
Of course, you're always welcome.
I'm sorry, someone just entered my room. If there are any questions, please raise them now or forever hold your peace. No, just kidding. Okay, so I think this is the time to thank our lovely professional, beautiful program coordinators, the two students who joined us, Alon and Michal. Thank you so much as well. We are really looking forward to seeing you with us. And you're welcome to contact us whenever you want for any questions. So bye for now from sunny Tel Aviv.
Bye. Thank you. See you on Sunday.
Bye, Ayelet.